A $2.3 million vineyard burned to ash was the best money I ever spent. Why? Because standing in those smoking ruins was my brother Derek, about to be arrested for fraud. He'd forged documents to sell our grandmother's estate, but I owned the conservation easement. The land trust had receipts. His buyer wanted blood. 9:47 p.m. on a Tuesday night. I'm at Derek's house for what he called an urgent family meeting. I excuse myself to the bathroom. His office door is cracked open. Voices drift out. I lean closer. The door is old. Sound travels. $2.3 million closes Friday. Derek's voice. Confident. She'll never know until it's done. The conservation easement? A woman. Amanda, his wife. Attorney. Always looked at me like I tracked mud on her Persian rugs. Worthless. Grandmother was senile when she signed it. Any judge will void it. Besides, Emily doesn't even know it exists. My chest tightens. Not with surprise. With recognition. What about the land trust? Amanda again. Cal Pacific Land Conservancy? Please. They're a non-profit. No teeth. They'll send a letter, maybe file something that'll get dismissed. By then, the sale's final and we're in Portugal. $2.3 million split two ways. Amanda's voice goes soft. Greedy. What about Emily? Derek laughs. Actually laughs. What about her? She's too stupid to understand property law. Spends all her time with those sad rescue horses. Playing farmer. No real job. She'll probably thank us for handling Grandma's complicated estate. My hands are steady on the doorframe. Perfectly steady. The trust paperwork, Amanda starts. Already drafted. 18 pages. Transfer of the vineyard to Emily, but page 7, paragraph 3, she waives all claims to conservation easement proceeds and forfeited development rights. Legal reviewed it. She'll sign anything if I frame it as what Grandma wanted. Something shifts. Something cold and clean and sharp. They think I'm a bleeding heart with horses and soil under my fingernails. They're right about the soil. Wrong about everything else. I'm Emily Chen, Director of Conservation Acquisitions, Cal Pacific Land Conservancy. The organization Derek thinks is toothless. Annual budget, $164 million. Conservation easements managed, $2.1 billion in protected land value. I've held this position for 4 years. Never told a soul in my family. Because Grandma asked me not to. Your brother sees dollar signs, she'd said 3 years ago, hands wrapped around mine. The vineyard isn't about wine. It's about the valley. The creek. The 100-year oaks. Promise me you'll protect it. So I did. Personally negotiated the conservation easement that Derek thinks is worthless. Personally ensured every filing was perfect. Every boundary survey precise. Every legal clause ironclad. The easement wasn't just valid. It was bulletproof. And I owned it. Not Cal Pacific. Me. Grandmother had transferred the easement rights to me personally 2 years ago in a private trust. Separate from the vineyard deed. Separate from her estate. Recorded in a different county to avoid attention. Which meant Derek couldn't sell the development rights he just promised his buyer. Which meant his $2.3 million sale was about to become a fraud case. My phone buzzes. Text from Sarah Chen, no relation, my lead attorney at Cal Pacific, one of 3 people who knows who I am to my family. We've worked together for 6 years. Sharp. Ruthless when needed. Flagged, sale contract filed for Meadowlark Vineyard. Buyer, Prestige Vista Developments. Close date, Friday. You okay? I step away from the door. Walk to the bathroom. Lock it. Look at myself in the mirror. Text back, Perfect timing. Need full easement file, survey maps, and recorded trust docs. Also draft cease and desist for buyer. They need to know what they're purchasing. 3 dots. Then, oh honey. What did he do? Exactly what we thought he would. I'll have everything by morning. Should I contact their attorney? Not yet. Let him think he's winning. I flush the toilet for effect. Wash my hands. When I return to the living room, Derek and Amanda are on the couch. Matching smiles. Matching lies. Emily. Derek stands, pulls me into a hug. Thanks for coming on short notice. Of course. I keep my voice soft. Uncertain. The voice they expect. You said it was about Grandma's estate? Right. He gestures to the coffee table. Leather folder. Expensive. The Vineyard. It's complicated. Taxes, maintenance, legal issues. Amanda and I have been handling it, but we think it's time to make everything official. Official? Transfer it to you. Amanda's smile doesn't reach her eyes. What your grandmother wanted. It's in writing. She slides the folder toward me. 18 pages. I don't open it. I don't understand. I let my voice crack slightly. The Vineyard? But it's worth, I can't possibly. You can. Derek's hand on my shoulder. Fraternal. Protective. Poisonous. We'll help you manage it. Handle the boring legal stuff. You just keep doing what you do. The horses. The organic vegetables. Grandma loved that about you. The horses I rescue have better instincts than my brother. There's just some paperwork. Amanda taps the folder. Standard trust transfer. Our attorney reviewed everything. You'll own the Vineyard outright. No debt, no complications. Page 7, paragraph 3. Where I'd waive rights I didn't even know I had. Can I read it first? Derek's smile tightens. Of course. Take your time. But the filing deadline is Friday. If we miss it, the estate taxes get complicated. I'll look at it tonight. I take the folder. Hug it to my chest like it's precious. Thank you both. For taking care of this. I know Grandma's affairs were messy. That's what family does. Derek walks me to the door. In my car, folder on the passenger seat, I sit in the darkness. I'd been planning this for 8 months. Since Grandma died and Derek started making inquiries about development rights. Since he'd asked pointed questions about conservation easements and whether they could be renegotiated. I pull out my phone. Text Sarah, he just handed me the trap document. Friday deadline. Need to move faster. How much faster? Thursday reveal. Public. Witnesses. I want the buyer there when it implodes. Jesus, Emily. You sure? I look at the folder. Think about Derek's laugh. Too stupid to understand property law. In 24 hours, they'll realize how wrong they've been. 2:30 a.m. 3 monitors glow in my home office. Left screen, the trust document Derek gave me. Every clause. Every subclause. Page 7, paragraph 3, exactly where he said, trustee hereby waives any and all claims, rights, or interests in conservation easements, development rights, air rights, water rights, or future proceeds from the same, pertaining to the property described herein. Middle screen, my conservation easement. Recorded January 15, 2023. Emily Sarah Chan, grantee. Property description matches perfectly. Current appraised value of development rights, $504 million. Because tech companies wanted to build a campus in the valley. 4 separate offers in the past year. Right screen, Derek's sale contract with Prestige Vista Developments. Purchase price, $2.3 million for Vineyard property with full development rights. Close date, Friday, 3 p.m. Buyers financing, already secured. Their plans, filed with the county. 42 luxury homes. Golf course. Spa. None of which could be built. Because I owned the easement that prohibited it. Sarah had sent everything at 6 a.m. With a note, their attorney is Marcus Webb. Harvard Law. Arrogant. Didn't do title research. This is going to destroy him. I compile the evidence file. Document 1, original conservation easement, signed by grandmother and me. Notarized. Recorded. Inviolable. Document 2, private trust transferring easement rights to me personally. Dated 6 months before grandmother died. Recorded in Napa County while the vineyard is in Sonoma County. Legal. Deliberate. Hidden. Document 3, survey maps showing easement boundaries. Every prohibited use listed. Development, prohibited. Subdivision, prohibited. Commercial construction, prohibited. Changes to creek or wetlands, prohibited. Document 4, appraisal of development rights. $504 million. Prepared by 3 independent firms. Average of their estimates. Document 5, Derek's sale contract promising rights he doesn't own. Fraud. Textbook fraud. I draft the counter document. 23 pages. Gift transfer of the vineyard property itself to Derek, sure, he can have the land, but explicit retention of all easement rights by me. Page 7, paragraph 3, inverse of his trap, grantor retains, in perpetuity, all conservation easement rights, development rights, and enforcement authority over said property. I'd give him the vineyard. Keep the power. Watch him choke on it. My phone buzzes. Instagram notification. I almost ignore it. Then I see who posted. Derek. Photo of the vineyard at sunset. Golden light over rows of grapevines. Caption, big announcement coming Friday. New chapter for the family estate. Some people plant vegetables. Some people build legacies. Wine glass. Cha-ching. Hashtag dream big, hashtag family first, hashtag vineyard life. Comments loading. Amanda, so proud of you. Vision and leadership. Woohoo! Their friend Michael, about time someone in that family had business sense. Someone named Jennifer, wait, doesn't Emily own this now? Derek's reply, she owns what she can understand. We own what we can execute. My hands are steady on the phone. Perfectly steady. I screenshot everything. Send it to Sarah, he's documenting his own fraud. She replies immediately, this keeps getting better. Buyer's attorney just sent me a cease and desist. Threatened to sue Cal Pacific for interfering with sale. What did you say? That we look forward to his call Friday afternoon when his client sues him for malpractice. I look at Derek's document again. The trap he'd set so carefully. The signature line waiting for my trembling hand. My uncertain voice. My stupidity. I'd give him everything he wanted. 3:47 p.m. Thursday. 13 minutes until their emergency family meeting at the vineyard. I'm already there. Sitting in Grandma's office. The room smells like oak and old paper and lavender from the fields. Everything exactly as she left it. Derek's truck pulls up. Amanda's Mercedes behind him. They're early. Eager. I hear them on the porch. She sounded panicked on the phone, Derek says. Probably read the document. Realized it's over her head. The door opens. They find me at Grandma's desk. The trust document in front of me. Pen in hand. My eyes red. Like I've been crying. Performance. Emily. Derek's voice is soft. Concerned. You okay? I don't understand all of this. I gesture at the pages. Let my voice shake. The legal language. Conservation easements. Development rights. What does it all mean? It means we handle the complicated parts. Amanda sits across from me. You get the vineyard. The family legacy. We manage the technical details. But what if I'm signing something wrong? You're not. Derek's hand on my shoulder again. We'd never let that happen. Trust us. Trust us. I pick up the pen. Let it hover over the signature line. Page 7, I whisper. Paragraph 3. What does this part mean? Derek doesn't even look. Standard trust language. Legal formality. Doesn't affect you. You're sure? I'm sure. I sign. Emily S. Chen. My hand trembles. The tears vanish. Just gone. Like turning off a faucet. I reach into my bag. Pull out my own document. Slide it across the desk. Your turn. Derek picks it up. Frowns. What is this? My counter-offer. I accept the vineyard. You accept that I own the conservation easement. And the development rights. And everything else grandmother actually gave me. The color drains from his face. What? Page 7, paragraph 3. Would you like me to read it? Amanda grabs the document. Scans it. Stops. This says, you can't. I can. I do. I have for 2 years. I open my laptop. Turn it toward them. Original easement. Recorded trust. Transfer of rights. All legal. All filed. All mine. Derek's mouth opens. Closes. No sound. You told Prestige Vista they're buying development rights worth $504 million. You don't own them. I do. Your sale closes tomorrow at 3 p.m. Their attorney is Marcus Webb. Harvard Law. Arrogant. He didn't do title research. You're bluffing. Derek's voice is strangled. You work with horses. You don't, you can't. Cal Pacific Land Conservancy. Director of Conservation Acquisitions. 4 years. $164 million annual budget. I personally wrote the easement you think is worthless. Amanda stands. Chair scrapes. This is fraud. Yes. It is. Yours. I close the laptop. I've sent everything to Prestige Vista's legal team. And their financing bank. And the county recorder. And the California Attorney General's office. Emily, Derek's voice cracks. Sign. The document. We can fix this. Sign it or I file criminal charges in the morning. Fraud. Forgery. Elder abuse for manipulating grandmother. Conspiracy. Your choice. 3:59 p.m. Derek signs. They leave in silence. Amanda's heels clicking on hardwood. Derek's truck spraying gravel. I sit in Grandma's chair. Windows open to the vineyard. Sunset coming. Checkmate, Friday, 2:45 p.m. The Meadowlark Vineyard Event Hall holds exactly 287 people. I counted. The legacy celebration was Derek's idea. Announced on Instagram yesterday morning before our meeting. Before he knew. Invited colleagues, friends, extended family, local press. Wine industry people. Real estate developers. His moment of triumph. He tried to cancel it. Called me 6 times. Texted 43. All variations of the same panic, we need to talk. This is a misunderstanding. Don't do this. I'd replied once, see you at 3 o'clock. I arrive at 2:50. Park behind the service entrance. Sarah meets me there. Charcoal suit. 3-inch heels. Leather portfolio under her arm. Everyone's here, she says. Derek looks like he's going to vomit. Amanda keeps checking her phone. Prestige Vista's CEO is in the front row. Marcus Webb is next to him. Webb no yet. Got our certified letter this morning. Easement documentation. Title defect notice. Fraud warning. He's been on the phone for 40 minutes. And the buyer? Waiting for Derek's speech. Sarah's smile is sharp. This is cruel, Emily. This is justice. We walk through the service corridor. I can hear voices in the main hall. Glasses clinking. Laughter. Derek's voice over the microphone, "Thank you all for coming, just a few more minutes." Sarah and I stand in the wings. Stage left. Hidden by heavy curtains. You don't have to do this publicly, Sarah whispers. We could resolve it quietly. Legally. He called me too stupid to understand property law. On Instagram. Where Jennifer and Michael and 847 other people could see. Fair point. At exactly 3 p.m., Derek takes the stage. He's composed himself. Expensive suit. Confident smile. The smile that's gotten him through law school, past the bar exam, into partnerships he didn't earn. Thank you all for being here. His voice is steady. Practiced. Today marks a new chapter for the Meadowlark Vineyard. My grandmother built this place with love and vision. Now we're honoring her legacy by taking it forward. He gestures to the windows. The vineyard beyond. Afternoon light golden on the vines. Some people want to preserve the past. That's beautiful. But my grandmother also believed in growth. In opportunity. In building something bigger. I watch Amanda in the front row. She's not looking at Derek. She's looking at her phone. Screen reflects on her face. White. Shocked. So today, I'm proud to announce, Derek continues. Amanda's phone drops. Clatters on the floor. Every phone in the room lights up simultaneously. Bloomberg News alert, Cal Pacific Land Conservancy files fraud complaint, $504 million development rights claimed invalid in Sonoma Vineyard sale. The room shifts. Collective gasp. Phones appear. Scrolling. Confused murmurs. Derek stops mid-sentence. What? Marcus Webb stands. Face purple. Derek. We need to talk. Now. I'm in the middle of. Now. I step out from the wings. Every eye turns. I'm wearing grandma's pearls. Navy suit. Hair pulled back. Heels that click on the hardwood stage. I look exactly like what I am, a conservation director about to destroy a fraudulent land deal. Please, don't stop on my account. My voice carries. Clear. Cold. I'd love to hear how you plan to build 42 luxury homes on protected conservation land. Silence crashes. Derek's face drains of color. Emily, this isn't. Oh, I think it is. I turn to the audience. For those who don't know me, I'm Emily Chen. Derek's sister. And Director of Conservation Acquisitions for Cal Pacific Land Conservancy. The organization that holds the easement on this property. Sarah joins me on stage. Opens her portfolio. Projects a document on the screen behind us. The conservation easement. Every prohibited use highlighted. Development, prohibited. Subdivision, prohibited. This easement was granted by our grandmother in 2023. It permanently protects this land. No development. No subdivision. No golf courses or luxury homes. Marcus Webb is already moving toward the exit. Phone pressed to his ear. The Prestige Vista CEO follows, shouting questions. I wait for silence. Derek attempted to sell development rights he doesn't own. The sale price was $2.3 million. The actual value of the rights he fraudulently promised? $504 million. Someone in the audience gasps. How did he think he'd get away with it? I turn the page. Derek's trust document appears on screen. He created a trap. Page 7, paragraph 3. Would anyone like me to read it? No one speaks. I read it anyway. Every word. Every waiver. Every right he tried to steal. He thought I was too stupid to understand property law. I look at Derek. He's frozen at the microphone. Too stupid to read fine print. Too busy with my horses and vegetables to notice I was signing away $504 million. I open my bag. Pull out the counter document. Hold it up. I signed his document yesterday. I also had him sign mine. He now owns the vineyard. I own the conservation easement. Permanently. Irrevocably. I turn to the audience again. The math is simple. Prestige Vista Developments contracted to buy property worth $2.3 million with development rights worth $504 million. They're closing in. I check my watch. 7 minutes. What they're actually getting is a vineyard with zero development potential. Sarah projects the final page. Title report. Easement clearly listed. My name is Holder. Mr. Webb? I call out. He's at the door. Your client is about to purchase property you didn't properly research. I'd estimate their lawsuit against you will exceed your malpractice coverage by approximately $300 million. You might want to take that call. He's gone. I look at Derek. You wanted a legacy announcement. Here it is, the Meadowlark Vineyard will remain protected conservation land. Forever. Grandmother's actual legacy. Not yours. Someone starts recording. Instagram live stream. I can see the phone. Audience reflected in the screen. 15,000 viewers. Audio crystal clear. To everyone who came to celebrate with Derek, I'm sorry you wasted your afternoon. To the press, the full documentation has been filed with county records and is publicly available. To Prestige Vista Developments, you have my sincere condolences and the contact information for several excellent malpractice attorneys. I step down from the stage. Derek finds his voice. Emily, wait, please. I stop. Turn. This conversation is over. My voice is quiet. Final. Enjoy the party. It's the last thing I'm paying for. The sound of my heels on hardwood. The door closing. Silence behind me. Sarah's car is waiting. She's already in the driver's seat. I slide into the passenger side. Bloomberg picked it up, she says, pulling onto the highway. AP wire service too. Your brother's trending on legal Twitter. Good. My phone buzzes. Text from Derek, please. I'm begging you. We can fix this. Delete. Block. Done. 3 days later, the San Francisco Chronicle runs the story on page 1. Conservation Director exposes brother's $504 million fraud in dramatic public reveal. The article includes screenshots from the Instagram live stream. Derek's face as the Bloomberg alert hit. My voice explaining page 7, paragraph 3. Marcus Webb's exit. The view count had reached 2.4 million. My phone has 127 missed calls. Derek, Amanda, their attorney, Derek's business partners, 3 confused relatives, extended family members I haven't spoken to in years. I don't answer any of them. I change my number at 9 a.m. Tuesday. Sarah handles the legal fallout. Prestige Vista withdrew from the sale 18 minutes before close. filed a $680 million lawsuit against Derek, Amanda, and Marcus Webb for fraud, misrepresentation, and negligent title work. Their financing bank froze Derek's accounts pending investigation. The California Attorney General opened a criminal inquiry. Amanda's law firm suspended her. Under investigation for ethics violations. Her Instagram account, 48,000 followers, deleted. Derek's calls come from blocked numbers now. I recognize his voice on the voicemail. Emily, please. I'm sorry. I didn't understand. I thought, please. I'm your brother. Delete. Block. Change the number again. The vineyard is mine. Legally. I recorded the counter document the same day Derek signed it. Sent notice to his landlord. He'd been renting a room in the estate house, charging it to a property management. Eviction notice, 30 days. I arrive at the vineyard on Thursday morning. Derek's belongings are already gone. Only Grandma's furniture remains. Her office exactly as she left it. I sit in her chair. Look out at the vines. Morning sun on the leaves. My phone buzzes. Text from Sarah. Marcus Webb just resigned from his firm. Effective immediately. I don't reply. At 10 a.m., I drive to Cal Pacific headquarters in San Francisco. Underground parking. Private elevator. 7th floor. The reception area goes quiet when I step out. Then someone starts clapping. Sarah. Then Marcus, different Marcus, my colleague, head of legal. Then Jennifer from acquisitions. Then the entire office. Standing ovation. Boss did her own deal, Marcus calls out. And destroyed a fraud ring. In public. On Instagram Live. They're laughing. Cheering. I smile. Let them celebrate. Then walk to my office. Close the door. My desk faces the bay. Water reflects afternoon light. I have 3 new conservation easement proposals to review. A meeting with the State Environmental Board tomorrow. Testimony before the county commissioners next week about protecting creek watersheds. Real work. Important work. My phone buzzes one more time. Unknown number. I almost ignore it. The voicemail is Amanda. Voice tight with tears. You destroyed his career. His reputation. Everything. Over a misunderstanding. Over money you don't even need. You're cruel, Emily. Heartless. I listen to the whole thing. Then delete. Block. Return to the easement proposals. The future is mine. The vineyard is protected. Grandma's legacy is secure. Derek can rebuild his life somewhere else. Maybe he'll learn something. Probably not. Either way, it's not my problem anymore. I have land to protect.